Hello, Virgo, and welcome to March. This is a reading for Virgo sun and rising signs. I'm a Virgo as well, so I can say that I've been kind of curious to record this one because I have no idea what's going to come out for you. I'm excited to do this reading actually. So Virgo, we're going to cover 7 transits for the month of March, but I'm going to actually start with your full moon. That just happened last weekend on February 27th. And I've been calling this the Pearl of Great Price for many, many reasons. First of all, I don't have to explain to you why Virgo could be the position in everyone's chart where the squeeze is worth the juice. As we know, Virgo energy has to do with coming into sovereignty, coming into this place where you're standing on your own 2 feet, where you're complete and whole, where you have this level of self-knowing, self-completion that allows you to step into relationship with others in a way that will actually serve the relationship and will actually help all beings to come into their congruent, most sovereign, most exalted state. So I know that's kind of lofty, but if you're a Virgo listening to this, you understand. So that moon showed up in your first house. If you're a Virgo rising, if you're a Virgo sun, it just showed up within the archetype of your identity. And last weekend, you would have had some kinds of experiences that really showed you how valuable creating sovereignty in your life really is, and what is the obstacle or the squeeze that you're willing to put your energy and focus attention into to get that juice, because that juice will be the fuel that will bring everything that you imagine into fruition. And Virgos are the manifestors of reality. So it's very, very important for Virgo to get ultra super clear on what it is you value most and what you'd like to experience more of. And we're going to take that pearl, we're going to take that into this first week of March as Mars moves into Gemini. Gemini for you is in your 10th house of legacy. So you can see how important it is for you to have evaluated what you're willing to put your work into to get that value and to get more of that thing, because that thing is the legacy of service that you leave on the planet. The legacy of service that you leave on the planet is a way of being. It's a energy field that emanates from each person who claims that for themselves, who claims that sovereign humanity for themselves. And so when Mars moves through this house, you are going to absolutely be planting seeds for the legacy that you are leaving this entire world. And that could be as simple as paying close attention to your health, your energy, the way that you either bless or curse the people in your world, just with the way you picture them in your mind. Everything you picture in your mind has the capacity to manifest, because we are responsible for projecting into the world what we want to see. And if you want to see people as toxic or struggling or like fearful, then you're going to be projecting that into the world. If you want to see people really starting to get things, really starting to have those internal epiphanies, really starting to create the space for the inner discernment so that we can all come to this place of sovereignty, that is what the hell yeses and hell no's are going to look like for you as Mars moves through Gemini. Just really be a gardener to those thoughts and those visions. As it moves through Taurus, you're really sifting through what the hell is true and what's not. You're clearing out all of the debris from the garden. You're clearing out the soil so that you could prepare it for the planting of these seeds. And now Mars is going through every yes is a seed planted, every no is a weed pulled. So make conscious decisions toward your preferences this month and know that that is the legacy that you're leaving. You're literally manifesting every preference. So be very mindful and conscious and aware. moving into the middle of the month, I want to talk a little bit about Pisces energy for you. We're going to have a new moon in Pisces, and we're going to have Mercury moving into Pisces on the 13th and 15th. Pisces, the sun is in Pisces now. For you, this shows up in your relationship house. I mean, Virgo, you're in relationship with all that is. You're in relationship with every single aspect of life. There's no good or bad. There's no thing that is meant to be outside of your observer. There's no thing that's meant to be unacceptable. And that doesn't mean you don't have boundaries. You absolutely have boundaries, but you see and witness everything in every relationship, in all relationships, and you accept that everything has its own role, everything has its own course, every person has their own path, that every single choice that people make is either leading them closer to the moment that they make a new choice, or it's leading them to their more congruent path. And so oftentimes Virgos will see, in many ways, Virgos can see themselves as separate from the rest of the world. And during this time, I would like you to include yourself into that picture of the rest of the world. Include yourself into that whole, and make sure that you're recognizing that every part of you is sacred, and every part of you is acceptable. And that acceptance will bring more energy into every system, every relationship, every part of you. And more energy in every part actually increases the ability to make new decisions that are even more congruent with our true divine nature. So this month, be planting seeds for more compassion and more acceptance for all that is, trusting that every single thing that's happening is, in its own way, attracting the energy necessary to come into greater alignment and congruence and wholeness. And with Mercury moving through your 7th house as well, you'll be able to see it everywhere. I mean, Virgo, if you decide that that's the seed you're planting, you will absolutely manifest that proof over and over and over again through conversations with other people, through direct revelation, through your dreams. It'll just be apparent. The world will reflect it back, but you've got to claim it within your own field first, knowing that when you claim it in your own field, it is emanating into all fields. Your field is all fields. I know this sounds a little esoteric, but I believe, Virgo, you can handle it. So the next aspect we want to talk about is Venus and the sun moving into Aries. They're doing that on the sun on the 20th and Venus on the 21st. This is happening in your 8th house. So imagine that you come to this incredible acceptance of yourself, of all that is. Imagine that you've come to this beautiful place of compassion, and you're raising the vibration in all of your relationships. That's going to then get all of this new sun and Venus energy amplified in your house of intimacy, in the 8th house. So as Venus and the sun move into Aries, your intimacy with life, your intimacy on every single level, with the present moment, with your body, with all of your relation, everything is going to have all of the energy even amplified more. And you're going to absolutely recognize that life is very different than you previously thought it was. Life is a different opportunity than we ever dreamed. That it's not about necessarily like the personal intimacy, that there is this intimacy on a personal level that we get to experience every single moment with whatever we're being present to. And that is the gift that we'll be able to unpack as these energies move into Aries, and it's amping up for something really incredible mid-year. But just stay with it as it go at, just stay present with the energies as they are, because these are meant to unfold petal by petal by petal. And then finally, at the end of the month on the 28th, how are your relationships showing up? This is a full moon in Libra, and it shows up in your second house. I foresee this being an opportunity for you to understand your value at such a higher level. You will get the picture, you'll get the reflection of how valuing yourself is in fact valuing the entire world. That the energy increase that's happening this month is absolutely invigorating you to increase the way that you value just about everything. And I'll tell you, we cannot influence anything that we don't value. So imagine that you begin valuing everything in your life even more than you already do. Imagine how much more influence you have to create the dreams that you hold in your soul. Just imagine. So I hope that you're able to follow this. I honestly was not expecting what came through to come through, but I am really happy that it did. And I'm glad I was recording all of this. I was recording. Oh my God, yes. Okay, I was recording all of this. Thank God. Okay, now I'm going to pull an archetype card for Virgo. And this is a card for you. I feel like this one wants to come out. Ooh, okay. This is wonderful. This is the Hunter. I've received this card one time and I vaguely remember. So it's number 9, coincidentally. The Hunter. Okay. All right, Virgo. The seeker, the pursuer, the predator. The hunter hunts. They are on a precise mission with an aim. To return home empty-handed would be to fail, which is not an option in the hunter's eye. This archetype will journey far and wide, seeking the prize that calls to its heart or stomach. Tales of bravery and feats of strength often result, creating a life full of adventure. The hunter is skillful, quick, decisive, and results-oriented. Like the great hunting goddess Artemis, who carries her quiver upon her back, the hunter typically has a weapon of choice. When this card appears, it is critical that you ask 3 questions. What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Is the weapon I hold so tightly in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? Interesting. Okay. Artemis would be an excellent archetype to investigate this month. I believe she is a Virgo, to be honest with you. Just like Florence and Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury and a lot of other beautiful geniuses out there. Okay, that's enough Virgo love for the day. I love you, Virgo. And if you like this video, please like my channel. Please comment, please share my channel, please subscribe. I am going to be creating videos for all of us, for the collective, for the unforeseeable future. And I would love for you to be a part of that. So please join me and I will see you next time.